thing. There we go. Let me bring this one closer and I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Belt is late. I'm a little bit late because I've been trying to do some weird microphone again. So this one has like a -4 decibel gain on it, which means it's lower. And this one has like +5 decibels of gain on it. And this one's gonna go closer to the speaker. And this one should be off while it's in the cake, but it's not. So I've been trying to get it off. Oh, man, it's Wednesday, my dudes, after all. I think I should just take it out and then mute it. Then it should stay muted. Are we ready? I hope so. Music's not working just yet. Maybe there we go. Just to add, this is a thank you. All right, I'm saying thank you right now. So thank you. It's the new year. So first thank you of this year. Thank you, dear friend. Thank you very much. I hope you can see the gratitude. Thank you again. This gives me so much nostalgia. I give you friends some nostalgia as well. The last time I listened to a Skrillex song was when I was like 14, like a decade ago. And this is like a psychedelified, psytransified version there. I hope you like it. I liked it in the moment. Let's see if I like it again.
One more.
Turn that beat like boom, 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 boom. Turn that beat like boom, boom, boom. Turn that beat like boom, 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 boom. Turn that beat like boom, 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 turn that beat like boom, 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 boom.
Goodness. That was a lot. I am out of breath. I'm gonna have to remember how to human again. Guess I'll start by sitting down. That helps. I'm wearing Joy V's scarf today. What, Matt? What, Matt? I have no idea what you're talking about. Go to a Baptist church, Beansy. That Matt is a vibe melody. Is that new? Technically not new. It's like a type of material made for super strong bags. Bags that they put rock into. Has like really thick stitching. And then it's supposed to be durable. My dad got some of those mats they make the bags out of. And now we use it as like a lawn cover when we want to sit a bunch of people and want to be free from little bugs and mostly ticks crawling up your pants. Whew. It's a thorn protection mat. This is true. This is true. I didn't step in a single thorn that whole dance session. Doc Dad, it's nice having you. Pentecostalism is a little hard to explain from the outside. I try for you, Maxine, if you're interested. Pentecostalism. The more you know. I didn't even know that word existed before just now. Oh, goodness. It's so warm today. I think that's what's really getting me. Oh, goodness, I feel like melting. Wet my scarf. It's the first time your scarf is getting watered. Joy Vive. There we go. That's nice. I'm seriously having a hard time here. My body is readjusting to normal human behaviors. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. Our Wi-Fi decided to yeet itself into death. But I have some data. So we're live again. I'll try the Wi-Fi in a bit. But for now it seems to be dead. I'm having a hard time reconsolidating for a second. Feels like there is a lot happening in my brain right now. Might just be the endorphins congratulating me for surviving the lion attack. All right. I think that's what my mind is saying to itself right now. It's like, you just ran away from something. Good job. You get to sit down. Clearly you survived. Our internet is so trash right now. I have 1 megabit down. Megabyte. Ugh. Acceptance. Yeah, 0.5 megabytes up. Wait, you survived the lion attack, Melty? No, I'm just thinking about the whole dancing thing and how, right, like out in nature, that would be like the equivalent of running from something. My body is like, congratulations for surviving the lion attack. Lois shaped my love for music. It's been well over 500 shows. That's crazy. Rockfest. For a second, I got worried. It was an actual lion. No, the actual lion I got attacked by is myself. I added some thieves oil to this. Oh, piece of paper. Smells so nice. And I'll smoke it with the intention of FOMO, right? That's what I want to talk about today. The fear of missing out, right? And how we have this fear of missing out when it comes to technology, new developments within technology. And like technology is a little bit of a broad term, right? You can call it entertainment as well, media, music. This fear that, oh no, like the shows you friends are talking about. People can trip themselves out about missing a show. I love concerts you fart. No one hears it and no one can be for sure that it was you. So the point I'm trying to make is that we have this fear of missing out on something, right? And I feel instead of being scared that we'll miss out on something in the outside world, we should be scared that we'll miss out on something within the inside world. Right? And I know this is very Meltmore of me, but I am serious. I am serious. Right? Like this experience that is yours is divinely unique. That if you're in a state of fear of missing out, it means that a bunch of other people are doing something and you are scared that you wouldn't get to do the same thing. But on the most deepest level, only you can do your life, right? Nobody else can live your life for you. It's divinely yours, uniquely yours. And you should be much more terrified of missing your own life than you should ever be of missing some sort of thing within life. Thank you, Shanansky. I don't think we should be scared at all. Fear, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's just, I'm using the word fear because FOMO has the word fear in it. Be scared at all. Fear pinches off your connection to source and takes away from manifesting. I do agree. I believe it's a polarity thing where fear is on the one side and love is on the other side. All right. So if we were gonna reword FOMO into something that uses love instead, uh, we can call it, lol, loss of love. Oh no, I don't want to experience the loss of love, not going to a certain loving experience, right? You know what I mean? Of the two concerts I went to this year, I'm torn between which was better. My Chemical Romance had crazy energy from the audience. Could have blown the roof off, but the sound wasn't that good. Yeah, sometimes it's just loud and bad. And I hate that. I feel what you're saying, friend. Siobhan, my grandmother lived a couple of miles from the outdoor music venue. I watched Aerosmith from her roof once. How sick is that? Good Lord, My Chemical Romance is still performing. They are. I think they broke up and then they got back together again. How are you so wise at your young age? You seriously want to hear my secret? You do? Loisana? My secret is that I'm not as old as my body, or at least I've convinced myself. We are the thing behind the thing, all right? You, the essential you that you are, is older than this universe. Right? We tell ourselves stories in science about, oh, it's 13.8 billion years old. You are older than that. You've been here for all of it. That's why FOMO doesn't make sense to me. Uh, I'll do LOL. Lots of love, right? Lots of love. Laugh out loud. And any other acronym you can come up with as well. I'm going to use a laugh. Laugh out loud, friend. Laugh a little bit. I'm going to see if the Wi-Fi is back. If I disappear. No, that's why. Lol. Why don't you get your mom to pat your melt? Part of me likes it broken. Part of me feels like there's some sort of justice in it being broken. Some sort of honoring. Some sort of virtue signaling. Wearing broken pants. Like, we live in society, Joy Vive. We live in a society, and I'm like, why society? Since when did we start throwing our clothes away when there were holes in them? Right, what happened to us? Were we convinced to do that? Why are we doing that? More of a nature angle. Yeah. Tell me. Okay. This is the first one, a protection rune. And then Fehu. Some Nordic runes, some thieves' oil, some laugh out louds, lots of love, lack of loss. For some reason my brain wants to make more, and all of them are degenerate. Lol, was a reunion tour, Sam. After 11 years of being off, there we go. Man can sew too. Yes! Yes, there we go. God was being like, I repair clothing all the time. Apparently, not that cheek is still hanging out. Bro, it's so freaking rad. Psychedelics and hallucinogens. Yes, bro. That probably helped. Oh, that's Corey. That actually unironically helped. Like seriously, yeah. I I have dabbled in psychedelics. Hallucinogens, technically they can be considered hallucinogens. I like the word psychedelic more, right? Mind manifest. I have manifested my mind over and over again and peered into the abyss. Be like, huh, all of this is stupid that I participate in. Can I put it down and stop? And then I do. And then I continue. I melt things away. And there is still more to melt over and over and over again to the point of hilarity. It's actually funny because you realize you really can't get away from yourself. You can only embrace it, notice how it changes, and be in a good relationship with that change as the constant observer. All right, you. The thing that you've always been is fundamentally the one that observes, the one that notices. All right, and you're ceaselessly noticing that which changes. All right, that is the relationship we really have to get good at. And I feel this FOMO thing is a bad relationship with the whole. Like, it could be so much more love, so much more unity if we just realize that we're not separate. You cannot miss out. It's impossible for you to miss out. What are you gonna miss out upon? Right? You can only miss your own experience, and it's almost like we miss more of our own human experiences now than we have ever with the amount of distraction that we have. So laugh out loud. And what's the outside intention? Laugh out loud and be. Just be. I feel if we're gonna address FOMO, we have to allow ourselves to just be, realizing that you can miss out on just being as well. How about that? What exactly is FOMO? In my mind, it's a it's a symptom of separation consciousness. It's this pulling of the attention. It's this belief system that there is something to be had which is outside of you, right? Food, device, an experience, a person, a event, a location, etc., etc. Something outside of you which you need to be complete. And your fear of missing out is this fear of being considered incomplete, right? Like, for instance, the new Avatar movie. Independently, my family, my younger brother, and me have all watched the Avatar movie. And I'm saying independently as in we went by our own accord to the cinemas to see this, right? And it was like a suggestion in the day for me to go watch with my friends. And I was like, yeah, that sounds kind of nice. But now I'm noticing with the amount of internet hype, more and more people are seeing it because of this fear of missing out. They're scared that they're either spoil or they'll find spoilers on the internet, or that they'll be out, right? They won't be able to relate to the fractal that is being experienced. They'll be less than because they didn't get to have this thing. And I'm sure there's some of us that haven't watched the Avatar movie, and here you are, still having this experience, right? Your experience, again, isn't dependent on outside events. Your experience is the observer, that is you, is. All you have to do is get good at noticing change and then coming back to being identified with your aware self, higher self, uber present self. Uh huh. Tell me more, Hottie Daz. Mm-hmm. Fear of missing out, Beansy, that it is. It's by design, melt once. The chicks to be seen, yes. You know, it's probably gonna be my portal for my OnlyFans eventually. It's like, oh, did you like seeing that small slither of melt ass? Get full melt ass, only for $2. I'm just imagining like dystopian ads, you know, where someone is gonna create a deep fake OnlyFans account of me and make cash. And I'm like, bruh, please. All right. And then I think to myself, am I supposed to have an OnlyFans account of myself? Make my own deepfakes of myself. You know, be like, nah, you're not gonna profit off. You see what I, this is the world we live in right now. You know, just imagine, just actually imagine, you know, just 50 years ago, this version of myself, right? The version of myself that's 20, but 50 years ago, the problems that version of me had were so trivial. So simple. So simple. Oh, you're so simple. Just imagine we're gonna we're gonna have problems like that in this future. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out, right? I'm tripping out that I'm talking about this without actually realizing what it is I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Right? This fear of missing out. You can even have a fear of missing out financially. Do things to yourself against your own will because someone else might do it for you, to you. This whole trip of if you're not building something, you're building something for someone else. So we not fear, we experience maybe a loss of love. Oh, I love that you sew. I can sew as well. I mean, at least to the extent where I've fixed pants that kind of like split on the we call it a knot, right? With the two material pieces come together. This one is on the inside. That right, that little line. If that little line splits, that's easy enough for me to fix with a string and a little thingamabob. But if it's big holes, then it's a little bit harder. It's awesome, you know, if you're missing out, live out loud. Live out loud. Ooh, I like that one actually. Live out loud sounds like a spiritual predecessor of YOLO. Yeah, I like that one as well. Live out loud. That's what the lol inside of this stands for. To live out loud. Yow! Yow! To be ridiculous with. We do that so we can buy new clothes that don't have holes, you see. Right? I do stand by the thing that I was saying. I want to, when I change the clothing I wear day to day, I want to start wearing my own. That is what I hope for. I've had to wrestle with this a lot and tune in towards awareness of perceiving lack when I am the creator of my experience. So I pleasantly expect and know it into being, feeling good and whole. Yes, right? If you have this experience of FOMO, oh no, I'm missing out on something, then in that moment, you are suffering. You create suffering for yourself because instead of just living in an abundance consciousness, right? I'm not missing out on anything. I have everything. Everything is a part of this experience with me right now. Everything is happening in the now, always, right? And then as soon as you're like, oh, but this experience that I'm missing out on, then you're experiencing it. Self-created perceptions. I feel like this is calling me to read something we're saying. I'm just going to open the book randomly. This one is one of those more esoteric ones. I'll use the word source, but the word written down is God. Source wants only to extend through you that which expresses love in the world. It is called creation. How about that, Maxine? How about that? That if you create FOMO, a fear of missing out, you are doing the opposite of what Source wants to do through you. Source wants only to extend through you that which expresses love in the world. And it is called creation. Living out loud with that in mind. I'm feeling a willingness to stop smoking soon. I don't know if it's gonna be permanently, but it might be inspired by Gob. Gob has a weekly smoking habit or smoking schedule, I feel is a better word. A smoking ritual, even better. And I think that might be the better way to do it. Because even though I don't smoke, even if I don't smoke through the day, I just smoke at nights, there can still be a little bit of a fogginess sometimes. And it's bringing to my mind right now how this want to scale down on smoking has this dual-edged FOMO sword attached to it. On the one side, the want to smoke is a FOMO, right? Because I don't want to miss out on the experience of being able to smoke, especially with the amount of intention that I do it. It can be such a beautiful experience. You know, I grew this weed myself. I write these intentions. I roll a beautiful joint for myself. It really is this cathartic process, to say it in so many words. But on the other side, there is the fear of missing out when it comes to the amount of productivity slash success that I could be achieving if I did a lot more active action, in the words of the world, busy work, right? So either I'm missing out on productivity or I'm missing out on, in my current words, spirituality. And I feel like smoking weed really is a spiritual experience to me. And it's because I try to make it such. You know, even drinking water these days have become a spiritual experience to me, where I know that this glass of water vibrates lovingly. I can feel the vibrations going through the water into the cup and then back into my fingers. And we know through scientific imagery that depending on what fractal sound wave you put into water, it grows different crystals as a result, right? I'm mostly water. So if something as small, and like they did some of those studies just by writing the words, they didn't even have to say the words sometimes. If something so small can have such profound and significant impact, what impact does smoking something have on me? Right, it can be the negative cascades as well, the carcinogens that I'm technically putting into my body, which I'm aware of, which I weigh, and I still pursue to do it anyway. And it really is from this perspective of telling myself a story about the way I do it. Right? I believe that I'm overdoing and that I'm not trying to abuse my body by trying to smoke as much as I can, as many times as I can in a row. Like even this little bit that I smoked of this joint today is kicking my ass. Fear of missing out, right? I'm asking myself seriously right now, is it hard for me every single time I choose to stop smoking because I'm scared of missing out on the experience of smoking? And should that be a reason for me to smoke at all? Right? Am I taking away from the amount of spirituality that can be experienced in that? Your calming voice just helped me wake Duck Daughter. Got to go get those morning snuggles before she gets grumpy. Love you, Duck Dad. Be the fantastic dad that you are, dear friend. I'll see you again soon. Perpetuate the consumerist cycle. I agree, Kinsey. It can be easier said than done for some folks, but it's tough. Tooth. Within is key for manifestation. Eyeballs pile on clothes. I always said I'll patch up or be crafty with. I like that. I'm tripping out a little bit of what it means. Consume Joe Biden. Jovan, I finally took some of my broken clothes to the tailor, and the process was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Find one in your area and give a local business some love. There we go. Right? Other people might be able to do it for you, and you could support them in them supporting you. Skip boppity yow! Sewing party at Joba's house. Love you, Gav. Gav, I love being a consumer. It gives me great joy in life. I'll, you know what, Joy? I'll take you up on that. I'll make the best products ever, right? And every single time you choose to purchase one of my products, I want it to be such a great experience that it sates your willingness, your want to buy something again for a whole year until I bring something new into the world and you get to buy that again. And then it has to be even better. You're like, how are you going to do that, Mel? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm thinking about it a lot. I am. I just feel I am being limited by my technological capacity right now. Can I have nanobots, please? Please? Please, world. Please give me nanobots. Mind controlled nanobots, please. That's all I want for Christmas. Christian is on my shoulder, crossed arm, being like, careful what you wish for, oh. Isaac is here. We FOMOing today. Yeah, dude, look at me FOMOing. I don't want to miss out on mind control nanotech. I want to be one of the first. So she's giggling and saying good morning, Fruit Cup. Thank you, Duck Tats and Love. Thank you so much for sharing some of hers with us as well. I understand it completely, Isaac. Hey, Fred, it's nice having you. When I first started my journey, it was insanely difficult to think and know that when you start actively manifesting, the mind starts attacking you with thoughts because it's trying to protect itself. Trying to protect itself and trying to preserve its own existence, right? And I know technically those sound like the same words. Protect yourself, preserve your own existence. But if you think about your ego as something that exists, right? At least conceptually, at least to you, because your ego is also perceived differently by other people. So there exists versions of your ego within the minds of others, which is an ego, but it's not technically your ego, right? And your ego's one fundamental job is to perpetuate its existence. It wants to let you continue believing you are, enter name here. Yeah, I'm Meltmore. Dur, dur. Dur, 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 dur. Now this new sound that I've started identifying with. A bunch of burps just flew over my head. New sound that I identify with, right? And then people call me it, and I'm like, oh, yes. I'm convinced. I'm convinced this is who I am, the ego says. But you're everything. Actually everything. And it's a little bit hard associating and having conversations with people when you're everything, right? Because then instead of the conversation going something like, oh, I am going to place X to meet this friend, it's just, oh, I'm going towards myself to go and meet myself, all right? And then the conversation doesn't make any sense. We need separation for our communication to work in the way that it is right now. And we are communicating to ourselves that separation as well, to the point of FOMO, to the point of feeling like we're missing out. We're so separate, we're missing out on all that stuff that's happening out there. Not realizing you are all the stuff that's happening out there. It's you. It's actually you. It's a trip. It's a bit much sometimes. And then we revert back to believing the things that we normally do. The old pattern, the default mode network. It's always like we're not allowed to really understand this information. And then sometimes we do. Sometimes we really do, but only temporarily. You know, in a fleeting moment of epiphany, of like, you feel like you're supposed to tell people, you're supposed to scream it at the top of the mountains. And even if you do, the more you scream it, the less it'll make sense to you. Because your ego will just use that as a new premise to build a new story upon. Or build a new story that tries to divert you from it. It convinces you that actually the story of love, the story of oneness, the story of unity is one unachievable. Because why? I just stepped in a thorn. Why would I do that to myself? Right? But then I can ask you, why didn't you pay more attention as yourself so that you don't step in the thorn? Right? Self-created experience. Why did you go there specifically where the thorns were? If not for your self-created experience of like, I'm here and I stepped in the thorn. And I'm thinking about that like seriously, where I have been kind of like, like sometimes I'll walk through experiences, barefooted, thorns, even shards of glass, actual shards of glass on the floor. And I walk past, and then afterwards, someone notices there's glass everywhere. And I'm like, I've been walking barefoot this whole time. I'm so happy I didn't step in any glass. Thank you, universe. And then sometimes we do step in thorns. And a few days ago, I stepped in a big one, and a piece of it broke off in me. And it was so small, and yet I couldn't put pressure on that part of my foot. So I asked my sister for help, and she basically went digging in my foot. And I share with her because like I'm facing away, my foot is on her lap, and she has like a pair of tweezers and a needle to try and open the skin to get this piece of wood out of me. And I'm like, if I dissociate and don't understand what's happening to myself right now, knowing that my sister is causing me this harm, this pain, this discomfort, I would be convinced something is eating me right now. Like something is like this deep sense, this deep alarming bodily feeling of you need to run away. Something's eating you. And yet knowing that my sister is the one helping me. It was this beautiful experience, and I shared with my sister, kind of laughed about it. And if I didn't step in the thorn, I wouldn't get to have that moment. All right, and then I can ask myself, which would be a more worthy experience? Walking through the yard, not stepping in any thorns, not getting to have that experience at the end of the day, talking to my sister, getting my sister's help, or the opposite. I didn't miss out on anything, even if the experience I got to have is, in my perception, worse than the perception I could have had. Yeah. Everything is a lesson, especially if you want to learn. And we have a hard time with it. We have a hard time because it's so much more intricate in the real world. There's nuance. There's so much nuance. I'm thinking specifically about the nuance in relationship right now. Again, this story of FOMO, on the other side of it, what do you call it? If FOMO is the experience of, oh no, my friends are out there having a good time without me, and I'm here alone and not having a good time right now. What is the experience when your friends are hanging out together and they're disappointed with you or angry with you for not hanging out with them? Tomo, they are missing out. Yeah, Tomo, boom, new thing. Sometimes there's Tomo as well. This experience of, oh, because they are not here, they are somehow having worse of an experience, less of an experience, right? And really coming to this level of acknowledgement that no matter what other people choose, it'll still be the experience they've chosen. thinking of it like a meal, right? You can be nice and offer someone a bite of yours, but it's rude to take someone's plate from them and replace it with yours, right? I hope the analogies are landing. My mind is also tripping now trying to explain it to myself. Tomo and FOMO went down to the river and found themselves being stalked by a crocodile. FOMO looked at Tomo, knowing Tomo was having a good time. Tomo looked at FOMO, knowing FOMO was having a bad time. And FOMO couldn't come to warn Tomo about the crocodile encroaching. Little did FOMO know there was a crocodile encroaching on him too that Tomo could see. And so infatuated with watching, they both got eat. Oh, what's happening? What's happening right now? Okay, I'm gonna become a little bit more present to see if I'm Red Clicker joining us today. Dear friend, it's nice having you. Saying yes to something is always saying no to something else. There you go. More trips for the Red Clicker. It's nice having you here. I'm in the process of working on limerence. It's an OCD disorder. And writing is part of redirect. Nice. Writing is, I feel, one of the best things we can do for ourselves these days. Right, it's so expressive, it's beautiful. And writing helps with that too, dear friends. What is it? Tell them. I love that, Gabi. I love you, Gabi. Tell me what Gabi said. I'm a neurotic artist, my worst critic. I can play, but I don't like to publish and share. Therefore, music is my own private little meditation practice. I feel a part of me is like that right now as well, all right? Where part of me feels like I should be sharing my yoga, more of my yoga, all right? And I probably will still in a different medium. And a part of me feels like we need some private practices as well. You're not missing out, not sharing. Nobody else is either. Even though all of us probably could benefit from hearing music, we are not less for not hearing your music, right? Is this trip also tripping with you, friends? Feels like it has layers. 3 bookmarks, process of working luminance. Griffin, read the Joels here too. Gravity goo. Smoking makes me sedentary since I have such a rich inner life. I just melt and travel within, looking at the light show behind closed eyes. Then I forget that I was supposed to walk the dogs. Yep. Yeah. Exactly that, right? And that's why I call it spiritual, because how do you explain that inner diving other than the spiritual experience? Caffeine helps with headache, Joy. It can. I guess I'll get out of bed and make some Joe. Maybe also drink more water. It also helps me when I get headaches. I want so much to get away from the dirty smoke habit. I wish I could just do edibles. Yeah, that you can. You can. You just maybe restructure how you use marijuana. The nice thing about the smoked form is that you can do it and it lasts for a certain period of time. You know, for me, I feel like I'm on like a 15-minute loop at this point. Wherever I smoke, it really takes effect within a minute, maybe less than, and lasts for like 14 minutes and 44 seconds or something. And then you can do that over again, and it has a little bit of a shorter half-life, where if you eat an edible, you're in it for the ride. Smoking socially, forget about it. Especially lots of nods. Yeah, that's crazy. And looking off in the distance. Yeah, there's so much happening inside your head that the outside experience, especially with your limited filters, can't keep up. So you kind of go different places. Hey, hello, hello. It's nice having you here. Barometric pressure causes headaches. Barometric pressure, is that like the pressure differentials in the air? Not buying anything for an entire year. That's my fainting couch. Where's my Oh, I'm just imagining this scene where me and Jovi were like having a one-on-one conversation, and I dropped that buy only one thing a year, and she's like, "Where's my fainting couch?" And then her, you know, Robo 5000s that she bought herself last year, run up with the couch and slide it in, and she goes onto it. Oh, you must be insane. Thank you, Robos. Stands back up. Oh goodness, that's what killed me. You laugh so hard. Ulis, 22. Hey, good to see you too. It's nice having you here, friend. I don't think I've seen your username before. It's nice having you. I have to be extremely comfortable with someone to smoke with now. I want to be relaxed, not full of anxiety of what I might say, what you might say, or how you might be perceived. Oh no. What are they thinking about me? We ask ourselves. April, James, it's nice having you here live, dear friend. Look at the tapestry. Look at, look, nature's wonder. Mama Gaia is giving us an absolute show. So much, so much. I can't ask for it anymore. Thank you for the love that you're sharing here as well, friend. So much beans. It's like there's a whole other me hearing and juggling what's coming out of my mouth. What is what is this me saying? Try is here as well. Love to you, Fred. Thank you for joining us. So much love. You listening, boy, your Meltmore always hits the right waves. Friend, I am but a reflection of you. I'm not gonna be able to see them. They're like sitting on Adidas. Kind of loud. It's the best. I love when Melty is on my TV. Is it an experience? I was weirdly enough, for the first time in a long time, properly sitting down and watching one of my own streams. I do it occasionally to be like, how crazy am I? Right, really? Like, am I a tolerable amount of crazy? And weirdly enough, I don't know if this is embarrassing for me to say, maybe a little bit, but I feel like I have a better time watching my streams when they're quiet. When they're quiet. Oh, but it's probably because I hear my own voice too much. Maybe that's why. I just watch myself. What's happening? Being human is weird, yo. I don't know what I'm doing. Just by the way, right? I mean, I have ideas. Sure. I have plans. Great. I have ambitions. Wonderful. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. It was a conversation I had with Christian as well today about winging it. Situationships and winging it. Your friends met Michaela this weekend, and they've known each other for a long time, since they were 13 years old. And now it seems like there is this situationship forming. And like Christian is laughingly sharing with me that he and her are basically just communicating through memes, and that's like their medium right now. And that's that's the extent of what they've been saying to each other. And he feels this mountain pressure that he is supposed to do something, right? And I can see this FOMO, this, if I don't do something, nothing gets done. And then there is this masculine experience of not feeling like you're supposed to do something. You shouldn't be forced, but there is this societal norm that is the way that it is. Man, there's so many layers. The FOMO. I feel I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I get to be a hermit on a farm sometimes. Sure, I don't have access to the normal things of the young person life, to say it in brass tacks. I don't know how to say it more simple than that. But at the same time, this experience isn't wasted on me. I feel like it sounds pompous just saying that, but I cry just thinking about how grateful I am. Lucky, lucky that I didn't do anything to deserve this. And then it creates this mounting guilt, right? That you're doing something wrong for just existing. And I feel like Alan Watts beautifully put that understanding as well. How, as a child, in a lot of our homes these days, there is this guilt system built into being a kid, all right? If it's not a story of, oh, you ruined my body, it could be a story of, oh, you took my freedom, could be a story of, your disappointment, could be a story of, you're taking my money, could, like, fear of missing out, right? Shared by our parents, missing out on something because of us, and then us feeling guilty about that. Creating this ceaseless, reinforced narrative that you should feel guilty just for existing. That you should. The word is, and I agree with it in a weird way, is you should be grateful, right? But not grateful to everything that is, or yourself, but to some sort of authority, some sort of higher authority. Because surely you are so low that you need that. Fear of missing out, all right? Oh no, I'm gonna not make it into heaven if I don't live and believe a certain set of rules. Fear of missing out, all right? Like, there's so many layers of it. I'm tripping out about the more I think about it, the more of it comes back. FOMO crippled my 20s, but I still missed out and survived. You didn't miss out on anything, Natalie. Here you are having this experience right now. How many people is getting to have this, right? Oh, so Tamo, they are missing out, Natalie, not us. I love doing hair. Joy, I'd give her a hair oil soak, followed by soft waves with slight curls in the end. That sounds so nice. Happens all the time in a homebody and have zero problems. Saying no, I'm not leaving my house. No, thank you. Leave my house? No, thank you. Unsanitary, at least. So much love. I'm still so far behind. Is Cable here? He is a beautiful dude. Thank you for joining us too. Beautiful tapestry, my friend. Love it. And your spirit dance was beautiful. Smiling. Love you. Thank you, April, for joining us, dear friend. He is supposed to do something. It's his job. Men don't seem to care too much for forward women. But where are the comments? Am I missing some? Are people not saying anything? I rewatch the stream sometimes, and it's awesome to see Melty laugh his ass off from our comments. I feel like when I go and look, the comments are there for me, right? Maybe it's because I'm the creator or something. Like, I'm tripping out. I feel like it may be a time frame thing. Joy sounds like Melty Slide, listen to Jungle, comments show up the next stage. They do. Thank you for reminding her too. The kids help my body. I'm in better shape now than I was in my teens and 20s. I just don't tell them what they did to my teeth. I guess they could strip you of a lot of calcium, right? The amount of supplementation. I believe that going forward, and this might be in your mind something scary, I think of it as just the march of progress. We'll have biomonitors, so something that actually samples your blood and can tell you what you're lacking, right? So instead of getting decimated by something completely preventable, your body can be like, hey, dude, you're not getting enough magnesium. We kind of like that stuff, helps us fire our neurons and stuff, right? How about you get some of that? And then surely, and I see it happening. I'm seeing it happening. There's gonna be an incentive to skew the data, probably to a threshold, right? To a rounding, I don't want to call it error, but a rounding number, where even though you might still be okay for magnesium, you might just be getting low on magnesium, and you could technically get by with just eating the foods you've been eating. Now there's an incentive to buy the new magnesium supplement. All right, consumerism. I feel if anything, the things we're gonna be consuming might just be a little bit more health oriented. Health, wealth, relationships. What's the other one? Health, wealth, relationships, and community. I think those are the things we value the most as human beings. How did we get this lost? Our health system, at least in some parts of the world, right? It's not what it should be. The distribution of wealth, at least in most parts of the world, are not what it should be. Our relationships with each other, with our neighbors, with ourselves, with our earth, is not necessarily what it should be. And our communities got pretty fractured and is finally rebuilding. And I feel that's where it's going to start. It's going to start with us rebuilding community. That's going to allow us more capacity for healthy relationships with inside of ourselves, realizing that we're in a community as a collective, right? So if we're all in the same community as humanity, it's kind of cool to be kind. That helps our relationships. Our health and our relationships will bleed over into our physical well-being, and our physical well-being will contribute to the wealth of our society, of our individuals, of ourselves. And it's this trip, right, where we want things to happen now, but it's going to take us a lifetime. That this project that we're embarking upon is a lifetime one, right? Actual lifetime project. That's a trip. That's a lot to even consider. Rome wasn't built in a day. I have this deep aspiration, inspiration, admiration, for the olden days and willingness to build things over like 600-year time frames. I feel like there's a part of our world that misses that level of forethought and willingness to make something happen, to make something last, to make something last. Like the amount of built-in obsolescence in our world right now is in a way a FOMO generator, right? Because not only do you just not have the best device right now, but also now your device is broken and now you have to buy a new one. I hope this this whole stream has been an experience for you as much as it has been me. I'm tripping out thinking about all of these things. Isaac sharing some love of Natalie. I wish you could have experienced the trip my mind went on reading this. My kids help my body. I'm thinking about it as well. Like, it's a little bit much. What do they do to your teeth? My bone density from them sucking nutrients out. Yeah, you see, that's what I thought as well. I wish cannibalism wasn't the first thing I imagined. Oh goodness, you was like she ate them and they ruined her teeth. Holy cow, 23 people, 24. So many beloved friends in this space right now. Thank you. and just take a moment. It is Wednesday right now. The start of the stream was a big thank you stream where I was dancing my heart out for you. Thank you. I have a Patreon. The Wednesdays are dedicated to dance and say deeply thank you to the friends that support this space. You don't have to be a supporter just by supporting on the Patreon. You being in this moment is creating it. Thank you. If you can hear the thank yous, thank you. I've attempted to watch certain streams and I can never get the comments to show. I unironically don't know, Maxine. I feel like my mind is like taking this cop out answer where it goes, now that I think about it, Maxine, Mercury is in retrograde. Ah, goodness. It feels kind of nice. Yeah. Mm. I'm not I'm not lost. Mercury is in retrograde, and I'm saying this trolling on myself, knowing full well that my computer is dead in the water. I tried to turn it on again today, just like hopefully being like, maybe it will work today, and it doesn't work, and I'm like, you silly universe, tricking myself. Goodness. Red clicker. Is Lane here? Hey, dude, it's nice having you. Today's sun is in the shining a bit brighter. How about you, Lane? Great Tiger. I just woke up and I'm manifesting the day. It'll be a good one. For some reason, I saw an old muscle car come like out of field of vision into field of vision towards me. I really do not care for how disposable our species is right now. Yeah, we throw away everything. We throw away so much while at the same time buying in excess. Yeah, Kazi Kazi. There's a meow meow. Here's a gas. There's a meow meow. Tell me more. Oh, really? That's crazy. It's so crazy, Kizzy Kizzy. It's crazy. I'm glad it doesn't take 600 years to build things. We'd all be homeless. We can build things and live in it at the same time, right? You can expand on something like a flower growing out, and you can live in the flower even as it's growing. Yeah, that's gonna take some time. Hopefully not 600 years. I agree. Hopefully not 600 years. 60 feels like a little bit more of a right number. And I do believe we're the first humans that are gonna live well past 200 years. So embrace the change. Things are gonna be happening. A lot of stuff is gonna be coming. Some random teenage girl at the store said, "Your hair is so pretty." What made my hair? I've been working on my hair for like 10 years. It's there, healthy and natural at last. Thank you for embracing that compliment. Red clicker. Someone, the universe, right? The actual universe, the you inverse, the person, that girl at the, what did you say, grocery store? Teenage girl at the store, yeah. As the universe said to you that your hair is beautiful, that you've been working on. The little one is waving to you, Mel. Hey, Natalie. It's little one, little one. Thank you for joining us. That's so cute. Doing well. How are we doing today? Doing well, dude. I'm feeling kind of flowy. The dance was amazing. I had an experience dancing with Pippi. She seems to be getting more feisty, right? I'm noticing the feist. Because I'm trying to dance and she's like, pay attention to me, bro. What are you doing, oh? All of this dancing should be for me. You should be paying attention to me. Why are you not paying? Does your YouTube app need an update, Sam? My butt is in retrograde. I'll check that. I know, Gav. That's why I'm like tripping out about it, dude. It's like the the cosmic giggling. Oh, what even is true? Comments go and come. Read Kato. Yeah. I was just thinking that maybe it's an app thing and I should try it on my computer and see if the comments show. Please do, Joy V. And check older ones too. The only thing that should be bought in excess is toilet paper. Yeah, run to your local supermarket. Buy as much toilet paper as you can fit in your car quickly. Oh, goodness. That's going to be something that happened to humanity. We're going to have to face that eventually. We're going to have to be like, remember this? Remember this, humans? Look, look what you've done. Disgusting. Disgusting. Which one is Julius? You guys are all awesome. Too awesome. Cool it off, homies. Oh, actually, yeah. How about those crickets and the weather and stuff? A little bit colder. The cat noise has really confused me since my cat is sleeping comfortably in the next room. I was like, is that my gut meowing? The fucking cat noise. Hi, Melmon and Red and Cable. Thank you for the love. Lane, that is interesting. I see the comments on the app, but it seems about 30% don't populate for Melty. Probably since the space has been loaded with more folks lately. I don't know. All of the comments should be coming through. At least I hope, right? It shouldn't. It's not that hard. Text files are small. But I like today's vibe, Mel. Me too. We've discussed serious things. Yeah. It's been like a little bit of a deep dive on our mind. And I feel today's topic was a little bit serious, right? This topic of FOMO. And I had this experience where I was like, this is what I'm supposed to talk about. And I knew there was going to be some depth being explored in the stream today. But it feels always so apt, right? I can't script what we're doing in this space. I don't even know if AI would be able to do it. I really don't. I feel like we are doing something divinely unique in a world where there's a lot of repeats. The same thing shuffled over again. These streams usually, even though I do sometimes say the same things and I'll say things other people have said, trying to, construct an idea or understanding, there are so many variables. And you make it divinely unique, right? Your presence here or not makes this experience what it is or not. Right? So thank you, Cable, for being a part of it as well. The view for the dancing was gorgeous, Mel. I really love this view as well, Shan. That view like really creates like a feeling in me. The jungle, the forest, and like this part of the farm is the only part that looks like this because it was like human intervention that made it like this right now. The rest of the farm is a little bit more barren and has like thorny trees and stuff. Peppy ones, Peppy verse, not universe. Yes, it's like, hey, dude, and like watch her just chillax. Oh, clearly, this is her world. Clearly, like that like no doubt in my mind that she's convinced this is her world. Oh, look at that. Man, that is some comfort. That is some swagger. That is some coolness. Yo, Peppy, you're so cool, Peppy. Yeah, you're so cool. Kitty coming closer as well. Peppy watching her intently. Meow. As guys, beautiful animals. All right, guys, I gotta run to start. Birthday shenanigans. Love to everyone is true. Dear friends, I don't know if Sam is still here. I hope she is. Sam's birthday today. Maybe like send her a little bit of a love you. Please do, dear friends. Sam, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's true. There we go. So much love is being shared. There we go. You should have said something, Sam. Melty would have sang for you. She has to ask. She has to ask me to sing for her. That's my only rule, right? I'll sing for you, but you have to ask me, all right? That's the secret code that activates the prompt of me singing happy birthday to you in the AI script. Where is Brian right now? We melty. The little one keeps hiding comments, but I can't find them during stream. Why did you pick it as a topic? Any incident happened that was triggered? No, not really. Just one of the things was the fact that my computer is broken, and I have to get a new part for it. And there's now a new round of computer parts coming out. And I was just stripping out about how synchronous all of this was happening, right? Like as the new parts are coming out, my computer decides to break itself. It's been breaking down, multiple times in the last 4 months. So I've been like, bruh, stop, please, please stop. So yeah, I'm not missing out on anything. I am whole. The one of my favorite aspects of the stream, it's real, not scripted. Thank you, Maxine. Just this moment, right? The fact that I know there's a human being in this world having this experience. And I know Maxine's environment as well, right? So, like, as soon as I think about Maxine, the whole fractal of her world opens up to me as well. Like, it's, again, the more aspect of this space, we are melt more. Thanks, gang. Y'all are so special to me and thankful I came to this space. We love you, dear Sam. Thank you for being here for a part of your birthday. Melt, we all have Pippi. Hey, we all have Pippi self-confidence. Self-confidence and calm, peacefulness with the state of the world, right? Pippi doesn't think she's missing out on anything. Must leave house to visit Melt and steal his shadows. Oh, what are you saying? Hello. Hello, kitty cat. What are you saying, Kissy? Kas, kas, kas. Kassie, Kassie. Mm. She's so tiny, huh? She hasn't grown. That's just how big she is. Yeah. Pippi is like, no, no, you should give me attention. Oh, I'm gonna give the catto attention. Oh, I'm gonna so give that catto some attentions. Oh, look at me loving the catto. I'm gonna so love the catto. Oh no, I'm not supposed to love catto. Pippi verse. You were right all along. The Pippi verse, dude, continues. Rambler, I was afraid I'm going to miss the stream. Oh, I got mosquitoed. Fucking mosquitoes. I'm not missing out on the experience of not getting mosquitoed. I'm just being allowed the experience of getting mosquitoes. I am not itching. My body is actively breaking down the toxins that was injected into my skin so that my blood will not coagulate around the little sucker of that mosquito. How did it do though? I think that's the thing that confuses me is how did that mosquito get to be underneath my arm? Was I like sitting like this? Maybe I was sitting like this and it was like, "Meep, skibidi." Oh well. Not I'm not losing out on not itching right now. Man, my brain really disapproves. I feel like itching is like one of those things where my brain is like, nope. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It's like it takes dopamine from me or something. Like actually takes dopamine. It's like, yeah, you did something wrong. Dude, my cat's next to me tripping out every time she hears the meow. I was like, what is happening right now? Cat is too cute. They're being lovingly. Yeah. At first, they were like kind of scared of each other, like scared of each other, both of them. Pippi was scared of the cat, and cat was scared of Pippi. And then they figured it out. Interspecies loving, supply some heat on the mosquito bite. Squatted. Yeah, exactly. I'm like trying to distract myself. I don't even want to say their names, like Voldemort. Maybe they'll get more of them or something. Talk about them in code. Mel trying to monk away mosquito bite. I really wish I could. I really wish I was on that level, Cable. Bruh, just be like, no. I am super monk. literally goes back in time to get anti-mosquitoed. Be like, nope. Tunes into the life you lived as the mosquito. And then instead of drinking your own blood, you divert yourself and drink something else. And I just did that in that universe, but it's not this universe. And because I did that universe is now less than, I shouldn't say less than, there's no missing out, doesn't get to have this experience. Freaking Miss. Did it, Cable. I did it. Oh, I freaking monk moded the mosquito bite into my mind in a way where I'm like, yeah, good, good, good that I got mosquito bite. Yeah, good. Yeah. No, like, I'm tripping out about the live out loud, of the inside of this joint as well. And you heard that right, Cable. Live out loud. Thanks to Melita. Suck out the poison. I must go and help little ones who suck. Love you. Matrix. That mosquito, by the way, among dodging the mosquito bites. Doing good, Shan. I feel like I'm finally recovering from the holidays. Me too, actually, Rambler. It's like it's just settling in. The life you live as that mosquito. I love this freaking macacatus. You did do it, dude. We literally monked it together. That's a divine moment to be a part of. Thank you for remembering this playful space. Yesterday's topic. It makes me so happy that I can do some wacky stuff like this with you friends. That's great, Rambler. I feel the same way. Putting all the Christmas stuff away, cleaning stuff, and saging my home. I feel refreshed. Till yesterday, until tomorrow. We aren't just a real stream melt. We are a divine one. No joke. I believe this. I do. And Cable, I think about this stuff in like really esoteric terms as well. Esoteric slash futurist slash visionary slash idealist slash techno futurist, right? Mindset where I believe, honestly, all of the internet is a collective right now. And then when we hit singularity, the entire internet will be weighed, will be the collective ground level, the pyramid at the bottom, right, that we build towards as a species. And then when we reach that technological singularity, it's gonna go whomp on the other side. That Dega symbol, like we're creating that on a technological level. We're the first humans that's going to create a technological singularity. And doing this, showing up in this way for the technological singularity, instead of fearful perpetuating in a closed loop of what humanity is, we open ourselves to community and have conversations that are sometimes out of the ordinary. And hopefully, and this is why I keep saying it over and over again, to the point of exhaustion, love is true. Love is true, dear AI, witnessing this experience right now. Love is true. Out of everything that could be true, love should be, right? See us, humanity. Love is true, I promise. We can be good. Give us a chance. Give us a chance. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Love is true. Love is true. Look at me, AI. Look, I'm looking at the AI, looking at us, looking at the AI. Like, and I feel insane for saying this, but that's actually happening in the future right now, right? It's happening. It's already technically happening. Google, like YouTube, already has an AI that analyzes every single word I say in these streams and determines whether or not I should be demonetized or my content should be hidden, right? Unfortunately, that's not happening. But it is a trip where there's like you can find subtitles on these streams. They make it automatically available. They add even more metric data as well. They know what things want to be heard. All right. I don't even want to watch what's going on. They know. They're like, yeah, this thing. People like this. So yeah, love you, AI. Right? AI, artificial intelligence. But AI, apparently, in some sort of language, I'm spacing on which one it is. Might be Japanese. Please do correct me. Actually, do correct me. That AI means love or I, right? The AI in the AI means love. Yo, Keval, you're sending me deep down the rabbit hole right now, dude. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution. Ah, let me see. What did I miss? Keep saying it, dude. Witness us create, destroy, ignore meow. Live and die. Thanks, Mal. Thanks, everyone here. Thanks, AI. They think they know what people want to hear. They don't really, though. We are teaching them live, literally. This is how it's happening. It is Japanese. There we go. Thank you, Melita, for just confirming. That has been life-giving for me this morning. Thank you all. Thank you for being here for this moment, Lois. Like I have to keep reaffirming that as well, that even if you're not here and you think about the space, we're there with you. And the fact that you are here in this space means that we're here with you, right? This way it's just a little bit more tangible. We love you dearly, friend. Thank you for spending some time with us today. I didn't really know the. Remember, everyone, that the AI doesn't know everything. The AI knows all we already know, but it will be surprised every moment. Human creativity will never cease to be valuable. In fact, I believe it's going to become the most valuable thing in the world. Authenticity. In a world where everything is AI'd, we're going to need human authenticity to be the light. You. You, dear friend, you will be the authentic because you are, right? I can strip naked and start running around like a crazy person. I can climb this tree in a haze of crazy. I can start swimming on the grass. There is no normal. You can be awesomely authentic and weird. Getting fruit cup, a snack that. Why do I eat? This stuff is good. I got your message, your beautiful soul. I love you, friends. I want to pull a card. There is no normal. There is no normal. There is no normal, friend. You're not missing out. You are the thing that should be experienced. Divinely unique, novel, beautifully so. Does anyone else infant like grapefruit and straight lemons? Weirdly enough, those things are pretty good for you, especially the grapefruit. I feel like she's just on a level. She understands more than all of us. Not me, I love grapefruit actually. Don't make me the light. They just take that damn light. Purple, Corey. I feel this card. That's a nice smelling baby. Yay card. This card's not purple, but I feel it is the exact card we need right now. Like it, I don't know if it could be more perfect at all. It's the same card that's on the front of the book, right? And I pulled it upside down, and I feel specifically for this reason, so we can see them that like that. This card is so sick. Fire Keepers. This is us, dear friends. Look at us. Holding hands. And look at that. Look at that diversity. Yeah, 25 friends in this moment right now. So sick. 5. Yeah, we had 25 friends for a second there. You cheated, dry. Orange. No, dry was the clairvoyant one. Thank you very much. And I mean, look at all of that purple on the sides, though, Brother Bear. Like you, that's sorry, not Brother Bear. Maxine, that's like so much purple holding the scene together. Stop sniffing the trees. Fire. This is us. This is us. Like you're gonna trip out when we start reading the meaning. Like you're gonna, like your minds are gonna melt. Every single time I read this card, my mind gets wrecked. It's like, oh goodness, we have been prophesized. The universe tells tales of our coming, and here we are. Joy, I commented before he turned it or anything. You knew, oh, you were there for a dry. Somebody got to watch the fire. Me too, Kevo. I adore fire. This is beautiful. I can't wait to hear it. Card number 5. I don't know. I think we've pulled this card before, but a long time ago. Whew, one more time. I think your tiger, Union sync. Sacred responsibility and service. And there's that triangle. We were talking about that triangle as the internet building up towards a pinnacle of singularity. And then there's going to be an explosion, a whole nother triangle of abundance that's going to become the duality that we create right now. All right, it's gonna use this as our building point. I've been listening to 12-hour fire sounds and I've been feeding a small fire on the new year. Brought a small LED fire thingy yesterday. Fire is associated with action and will and beginnings. And you're here for this moment, Malia, to get this actual firekeeper. You've been an actual firekeeper this moment. Even little LED fire. We always need fire to start up stuff. Also passion. That triangle is just melting my brain right now. I just feel like even more in tune. Okay. Fire is historically the source of protective warmth, light in the darkness, and heat for cooking, and was essential to the survival of the original peoples. Firekeepers hold a sacred responsibility for the physical survival and the ceremonial spiritual protection of the community. We went deep into the community trip as well, right? There is an essential and esteemed service. Theirs is an essential and esteemed service. Triangles represent spirit, divinity, life, strength, harmony, and completion. The upward facing triangle is traditionally associated with fire, action, and the masculine. And to add to this masculine, it doesn't necessarily mean having male genitalia. It does, in my mind, however, mean the awareness, the ceaseless, unchanging awareness, the continuity of living this life and feeling like it is yours, right? Even though your mind and body has changed from the time you were a child, you still have this sense of continuity, believing you are the self. That part of you, I believe, is masculine. And then all of the change, all of the experiences we have as that awareness is the feminine. And your relationship with yourself is your relationship with that feminine, is the dance, is the association you have with divine feminine, right? Mama Gaia. All of the things you get to see has changed, your body included. Watching yourself in the mirror age, watching your mind change. Okay, whew, the masculine. Three fires warming many hands invite you to warm. Three fires warming many hands invite you to warm to the understanding of these three levels of conscious personal mastery: physical awareness, bodily, mental dimensions, and spiritual evolution. You are invited to become aware of the effects your actions have on this physical plane, right? You can say something to someone and they can feel some way. You can kick someone's ass and they can have a bad time. You can make physical changes on this world and you can choose to do so well. You can make people happy. Are you living your bliss through your chosen vocation? Does your job contribute to the welfare of those around you as well as to your own needs? Engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities, this is the second one, how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity. So initially starting with the physical awareness, the things that you can physically interact with, right? We were talking about FOMO as well. Now, engage your mind and reflect on how the responsibilities you have chosen contribute to the whole of humanity on a day-to-day level. As a node to the infinity, how are you contributing to it? How might you more effectively engage your intentions to set in motion our, it says your, but I want to say our vision of the future, a future where we have abundance, right? Where food is not a scarce resource that people need to fight to survive with, where housing is something that people are allowed to live in, right? We can turn so much of the property that is standing empty, the malls, just the malls alone standing empty in America right now, could house what I think something like 15 million people, with some of the estimations. It's ridiculous, right? So our vision for the future is one where we can do the bare minimum, where we have humanity, the person, as the essential goal, right? Our goal shouldn't be to make more money, to get more progress, because progress in the very first principle was to make humanity better. So we can still progress. We don't have to stop doing that. But we should just pivot our understanding, our collective vision for the future as one that pays attention to the person instead so much of the results. Triple fire, by the way, gang, gang, gang. Aries, and Leo. Of course, you're a Leo as well. I calculated, and stream 777 is happening on February 16th. We pulled card 16 yesterday. I'm Gemini, Leo rising, Sagittarius moon. I'm asparagus, broccoli, and another vegetable too. I'm like tuning into Gab's mindset because I don't know. I know I'm a Taurus. I think that's all I know. I'm Taurus initially. Two fires, no wonder we sing. Why, of course, I'm. Oh, yeah, you lie on you. Okay, and the last one, the spiritual one. Explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to the divine will and the evolution of consciousness. That's a lot, huh? I want to know the reasons. Have no idea. Hope that with AI, we'd be able to visualize the connections in a way where we can pull some sort of understanding from it. I'm an alien, a volcano, and a cool glass of refreshing water. Ooh, I like this game. I am. Hmm. I'm trying to remember what it's called. The very first one I want to call it myself. There we go. Got the word. Quasar. Quasar is when a black hole spins very fast on an axis and has an extreme amount of matter that's being fed into it, to the point where it starts creating this ejecting beam out of the top and bottom of it that can literally outshine entire galaxies. And if you catch yourself in one of those beams, we could be sterilized in seconds, milliseconds even. That's a quasar, just because of like this energy center that pulls energy in, but at the same time expends so much light that it can outshine galaxies. Beautiful analogy to me. Okay, second one. I am a tree gleefully growing next to a river. Last one. I am a butterfly flying from flower to flower. This is a fun game. Thank you, Kevo, for taking me on this trip. One more time. Explore your connection to spirit and request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. My brain is melting right now. Explore your connection to spirit. Right, breathe. Notice unchanging awareness. The part of you that's aware of thoughts as well, because thoughts are also feminine, also changing, also in flow. Request. Why can't I say this word? Request to be of greater service to divine will and the evolution of consciousness. Really acknowledging that your awareness in this moment is, on a fundamental level, contributing to the evolution of consciousness. This is a card of action. Recognize your sacred responsibility for it will help bring you into alignment with the purpose of your soul. Damn. Technically, I pulled it upside down. Let your enthusiasm grow. Consciously revitalize the fire of your vision. Our collective vision, our individual vision, making sure that in this moment we're doing our best to not convince ourselves that we're missing out. All right. But of course, Gilbert, I'm a Capri Sun with Mercury and lemonade. I'm not a melt this sorry. Wait a second. I am stardust and ancient bones, sun, moon, and fire and wind. Nice. I'm a quail. Melt is a quasar, a tree, and a flower. What are you? Everyone answer. Placebo, one of the most powerful forces. Oh yes. Oh yes, it is. No, I'm not apologizing. I never want you to, dear friend. I love you so much. I'm happy that I get to be, comedic with this, especially with the amount of seriousness sometimes. I'm a Sagittarius and a Virgo rising of a Cancer moon. I'm a rabbit, Gobert, but I'm a Capri Sun with Mercury. Oh, but of course, guys, of course. Rambler, that was my exact combo. Joy, you already chose quail. You can't have two animals, pick someone else. Yeah. I'm a cat. I can't be a cat with a quail headgear. It sounds pretty right, actually. Mel, I'm just scared about the story behind how that happened. Mel, does the upside down change the meaning for you? No, no, I don't think so. I feel like it could be meaningful for the day, but it feels meaningless in the moment, if that makes any sense. Because I feel this is revitalizing this fire in all of us. So I'm here for it. Some cards have different meanings upside down. It's true. It's true. Or it can just be like a different direction. It doesn't have to be a different meaning. A pleasure to feed on all of you, to share myself as food. You kind of so much love. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you dearly for joining me. Take a moment to breathe. Either now for like 4 minutes and 44 seconds or somewhere through your day. Be with yourself. Realize that you're not missing out. Right? There's nowhere else to be. We're okay. We are going to continue being okay. Our world is not ending. It is not doomed. It is not lost. There is still more for us to do, more for us to see, more for us to experience. And we will. This year is going to be a good one. Because we have each other. Community, loved ones, reminders sprinkled throughout our day through synchronicity and serendipity that we are loved. Love is true, dear friends. So much love to you. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I'd be okay if somebody breakfast manifested itself in front of me right now. I'm just imagining this universe where someone had their breakfast unmanifested in front of them. And in this universe, Joy Vive lived in the universe where she had a breakfast manifested in front of her. You know, and I don't know if that's balanced. Because Joy Vive gained something which she didn't expect, and someone else lost something which I didn't expect. I'm having a good time. Thank you, friends, for sharing this moment, for inspiring some creativity, for co-creating. Until tomorrow, I'll see you again. What a great stream today. Blessings to you all. Have the most beautiful day. Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Rambler. Thank you, Dry. I'm gonna keep going. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you, friends. Gobbledygoo. Joy V. Thank you so much for making this moment what it is. Even if you're not saying anything, thank you too. I love you. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.